Hello and welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. We're on the Extinction map and today we're out in the wasteland because I'm looking for dire bears. The reason I'm after a dire bear is because I want to go out and tame Ovis, and for that I need this sweet veggie cake. I managed to actually get a few pieces from a drop, but I could really do with my own honeybees, or at least be able to get honey, and that's something that dire bear can help me with a lot. Now I came out to this northern area because while I was searching for like gas bags, I noticed there was quite a lot of dire bears in this sort of area, and I've actually been quite fortunate, to be honest, because there's a 160 female around here somewhere. I don't know if it's that one down there. 54 there. Is it her over there? Nope, 72. Oh, what about that one then? Yeah, it's 168 female, so I want to tame her, and that should be able to make my life a lot easier for getting honey. Because I know there's some beehives down in the forest area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna get Freya out to make my life easier. Come on. And basically I'm just going to tank these. It should be pretty straightforward just to tank it off the back of the Thylacoleo here. But before I go any further though, I mean, if at any time you do find yourself liking the video, then do please click the like button, as that'll help me out a great deal. If you're new to the channel and want to see more content, then yeah, do subscribe, but just remember to click that little bell icon if you want to get notifications for when new daily content comes out. If you've got any comments or suggestions or want to see anything particular on the channel, then do please put that in the comment section below. So, a dire bear. Right, so that one's a level 168, so I'm going to see if I can pull that over here without attracting too much attention from the other ones. I mean, I don't have the kibble for this one, but I do have some cooked mutton chops. I mean, I could really do with some proper kibble and what have you. I mean, these things are hitting pretty hard, to be honest. I mean, it's something I have to bear in mind. Normally, I'd pull one of these things into a trap. I don't think I want to really waste the. I don't want to really waste. I'm just going to get rid of this one here. Ah, it's running. It's running in a direction where the other ones are, so it's like, no, not that one. I'm not gonna hit. We're not using Sammy the shotgun. We're using Larry the long neck here. Have you dropped yet? Hang on. Will you stop it? We're not interested in you two. I appreciate your company, but you know. Right. So how's that one doing? Let's see what state this one's in. I've got a. It's just. Oh no! No! Come here! That wasn't the plan. I hope I haven't damaged that one, because that's going to go horribly pear-shaped. I mean, to be honest, the taming effectiveness is not crucial. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna breathe him. That was so unfortunate. I thought I'd knocked it out. Oh god, that's embarrassing. Right, okay, so let's see what state it's in then. Right, let's pull some. I'll see if I can get the right. Come here. I mean, Freya probably hit it because I think I've got her on. I think I've got her on neutral or just attacking my target or something. Right, there's Ozzy over there. Right, so you should have. Hopefully you've got some. It's the mutton that I'm looking for. I'm not seeing an option there. I mean, there's raw mutton, but I'm not seeing any for cooked mutton. So what's that? I'm gonna have to jump off and I'm gonna see what it's called. And I could have sworn it was just cooked mutton. Yeah, cooked lamb chops. popping them on you. Don't. You've got some food, okay? Yeah. I mean, Murphy's Law would have probably popped it on her and should have scuffed a lot. Right. I mean, I'm in like a really bad area, to be honest. I mean, there's like wyverns and all sorts around here. What the heck? You've got to try. Right. Let's see if I give you some of these. Are you gonna eat? Are you gonna scoff these? It's no use snoring in there. I mean, you've got to eat up. You know. I'm just curious to see what kind of like effectiveness I get out of this, because I'm pretty sure Freya must have hit her. Yeah, you're gonna attack my target, aren't you? I mean, it's not much better than raw prime, I don't think. I think it's like this one up. Is for a dire bear, you go up to these lamb chops, then you would go up to like raw mutton, then you're into the kibble. But I can't remember exactly what kibble it is, and it's not like a dino I'm going to bother taming just for this, because it's just pretty much a one-off, so I can get honey easier. I'm just going to have to be super duper careful and keep an eye out in case any wyverns suddenly decide to turn up on. Oh, crying out loud. I've got to get rid of these just in case they decide to come and pay a visit. Come on, you need to go. Whatever purpose you had, you served it. Oh, Struth, there's a giga over there. Oh dear. This is not good. I just hope I've got enough trunks on me, because that... Yeah, that's probably from the beating I just took from her, actually. 99.9, right, okay, so this is going to take a lot longer than I anticipated. Right, okay, and there's a corrupted giga out there. Oh, heck. Oh, no. Right, I'm gonna bide my time out here if I can. I mean, there's no way I can take a corrupted giga on. I mean, I might be able to pull it somewhere, but... I'm gonna lock this thing up, and I'm just gonna kind of hope that I get lucky. I mean, I'm quite relieved actually that it's 99.9%. It's not gonna go down too bad by the looks of it. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on this, and then I'll bring you back once it's tamed. Well, assuming that Giga doesn't decide to make an appearance. Right. So see you shortly. Ugly duck. She should pop up any minute. She doesn't have that much longer to go, so it hasn't been too bad actually, to be honest. I'm quite surprised. There's just over where that gas bags is wandering around, there was a level 72 corrupted rock drake turned up, so I thought I'd better take that out before it caused any harm. And over where there was metal rocks there was a couple of dire bears spawned, so I took those out because if they got a bit too close they would start to attack. I mean, other than that, it's been pretty quiet. There was there's some like low level gas bags, there's a couple of those. They've been wandering around and just getting in the way, quite frankly, along with a pterodon and a pteranodon and a trike. That trike over there, I mean, it's not that long ago it was actually over here, and it kept wandering around, going around and around in a circle, bumping into Freya here or bouncing off the spike walls and whatever. Hopefully this should be up shortly. Any minute now. Ow, 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 ow. Should be more careful. There we go. Right. Your name is appropriate, given that what you're going to be used for. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop her into this cryopod. And then I'll do the same with Freya as well, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everyone down to the forest, because we need to go in search of actually there's no point putting that on her. We're going to go and search for honey. I mean, so far the sort of like places I've found the beehives to be they've been quite high up on walls, so they'll be quite difficult to reach without putting some sort of structure up to get there. And really I want to be able to get up there with a reach them with this dire bear now. So I'm going to pause the video, and we're all going to head over to the forest. I'm just checking if there was if this dire bear is still there. There was a lovely 156 wandering around there. It's a female. It was jet black. It kind of reminded me that there was a, I think it was a few days ago, there was a 174 male, a black jet black male dire bear wandering around on the map. I think it was over not too far from where the forest entrance was. So I might actually go out and look for that one if it's see if it's still alive. But yeah, I'm just going to pause the video and then I'll bring you back once we've found a beehive to raid. So see you shortly. Well, me and the crew were out in the forest exploring, because I mean I did try. I mean I tried as best I can to get this this one here stuffed into the industrial cooker. I mean she wasn't happy, I'll say that. But well, I mean to be honest, the actual industrial cooker was even more fussier. I mean, turns out, I mean it's like really fussy about the type of honey you use. I mean this one was just not good enough. It insisted on giant bee honey. So that's why we're out here. We're out looking for giant beehives, and we've actually got one. I found one over there. It's not too far from the, I don't know if I can spot it. It's probably out of render distance, but it was over on the wall there, and it was in a bit of an annoying place. But I found one over here. It's actually quite useful if you've got these owls here, because the beehives do show up to their predator vision. There's something around it. Oh, there it is. That thing's been driving me nuts. I've been wondering what's making the weird noises. At first I thought it might have been the snow owl, but it's not. It's blooming compies. I've been getting lots of compies badgering me. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. I mean, there's no way she's going to be able to reach that. So I'm going to have to build some sort of structure. I mean, I could probably grapple my way up or something, reach it myself. But the trouble is, I want to be able to leave it intact. I'm not looking to actually catch a bee, because this is going to be pretty much one-off. I can get much more honey out of it with her than I can myself. So maybe if I can get enough to make the sweet veggie cake, I'll get enough to tame up two Ovis, a male and a female, and then I can breed them, and then I'm fine. There's no real gain in getting any snails or anything that needs sweet veggie cake nowadays, because basically it's a case that I can get my fertilizer easily off the gatches. Cementing paste, pretty easy enough to just break down the loot that I don't need. So we're going to be trying to build a structure up here, so that I can get honey up there to go and get me some honey. So hopefully we'll be back in a short while. Well, this is my 4th attempt at getting up this thing. Each time I seem to be slightly too low, and so I've had to keep increasing the height by about one pillar. So hopefully this time round it'll work. Aha! So I've got 15. Now, the only problem I've got is the turning circle. I'm really struggling to turn around with her. I don't want to... I mean, she doesn't take that much damage if she falls off, but... just having to keep back up and turn around. I'll get some more ceilings, I think. So yeah, I mean, it took me about 4 attempts to build that. I mean, I'm just like really glad I've got S plus, to be honest, because it's was fairly strict. I mean, because I've got the owl and the demo gun here, it was pretty easy to just fly up to the top, take the ceilings, then the ramps off, go make some more pillars, fly back up, put a pillar on, and then start putting ramps down. And so it's, as I said, that was my 4th attempt really. it's very difficult, well, at least for me anyway, I'm finding it difficult to get like judge the height and how far up it should have been. So it's took quite a lot of time to build it, like, but it's worth it because she's got like what, 15 honey now. That's going to last for quite a while on her. So now it's just going to be a case of going back to base. I'm just going to mark this. Actually, what's that? Yeah. I mean, we're right over there in the... Ooh, it's like far left, if you will. As I say, there is a... I know there was another one over here. I mean, I don't know if these are things like random spawns or whether they come back, because usually what I tend to do is I'll just go out and basically tame up a queen bee. So you get the ghillie armor and the repellent. There was another one around here somewhere. It was. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't see it so well now. It was kind of on a ledge, but not on a ledge, if you will. I think it was up there somewhere. I'm not sure, but I don't know if it would respawn there anyway, to be honest. So it might vary, but at least I know in this particular area where I found it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this place on my map, because if I do need some more honey, I can't remember how much you need for that sweet veggie cake. I mean, I'm not going to start looking around for it. It's taken me ages just to build that thing, so I'm quite happy to wait for it for the timer on it to cool down, and then I'll come back again. So yeah, I'm going to double check how much I need, and then I might just wait for the timer to cool down, or I might just head back to base. But either way, once I think I've got enough, I'll bring you back. So now we're out in the snow biome, because I've seen Ovis out here. I mean, I've actually got the roof on this trap here. It's already been popped, because I think the last time I was out here I was taming... I can't remember what I was taming. Oh, I was taming direwolves, wasn't I? Yeah, so I was catching Ovis out here to feed mutton to the direwolves that I'd caught. If memory serves, I think they're out in about that direction out there somewhere. I mean, it could be anywhere, and they'll be short-lived anyway. So it's going to be like a slow process of going to look for them and then basically getting Agnes here to pick them up, drop them in here. We've got quite a bit of veggie cakes. I mean, the last a fair while on her. I mean, I brought her because she'll be able to pick them up, just bring them back, drop them. I've noticed I don't have enough cryopods actually, but I should be able to put one in here, and the other one I can just carry back. But it's going to be a case of having to have a look around and see what we can see. Because it took, I think the cooldown on that, those honeybee hives, they were, I think it was about like 15 minutes. So it didn't take too long, because I ended up getting about 60. So I was getting 15 every time honey took a swipe. She got 15 honey from the beehive. So I did that about 4 times, so that's given me enough to make about 30 veggie cakes, because I think I needed two per veggie cake. So I've got quite a lot of veggie cakes, so hopefully that should be enough to tame up 2. Because I'm not, I mean, to be honest, normally it'd be a case of I'd be looking for low level ones, so then it'd be a case of the less, you know, the lower the level of the Ovis, the less veggie cakes it'll need. But I mean, to be honest, it's just going to be a case of I'm just going to look for whatever I can, and I'll just have to take my chances. I mean, if I need more of these veggie cakes, then fair enough, I'll go out and I'll just go back to the forest and get some more. Just trying to remember where I last saw some Ovis. I think I was out here somewhere. I mean, it's just going to be like a long, slow process of just wandering around, quite frankly. What was up here on a ledge up here, maybe? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where the spawn was. There's quite a lot of things getting attacked around here anyway. Of course, you've got those Magnamars around as well, which don't help. I mean, that could suddenly jump out and give me a bit of a shock and like knock me off the mount. But I'm just going to keep wandering around because I mean, I'd imagine they'll be short-lived anyway. I mean, I don't know whether I was just lucky in being able to find a few of them last time. But yeah, I'm just going to keep looking around, and once I find one I'll bring you back. Aha! Finally found one. It's actually quite close to where I was at. What level are you? Oh, that's handy. I'm actually I was actually really lucky, to be honest, because I'd started wandering back down there. I'd gone like round the outskirts. A bloomin' Ep29 went and spooked the Argentavis here. I started to freak out because I'm thinking, is this thing suddenly going to start heading towards the boundary there? No, am I going to end up getting fried? Because I wouldn't care. I went down over to that area down there, and there was a male that had just been killed by a bloomin' saber-tooth. I thought, oh, that's just bad luck. Seriously bad luck. But yeah, that was quite fortunate. That. Of course, with them being, you know, it's a perfect sort of like environment to put them in, really, because it's, you know, with these being white. I mean, it's typical. It makes it harder to see them, unless you end up, you know, finding Barbar black sheep. Right, let's see how effective these things are. But how long are these things going to last on me? An hour. I thought that thing was just going to suddenly walk out the door. Right. Quite funny if only one of them does a job. Just needed the one. Oh, that's true. Right, we'll pop that into the cryopod then. Come on, jump in. Right, so I'll give that to... You can have these back. Because they last longer on you. Yeah, last nearly 5 hours on her. Right, so... Go back through the same process. I'm just going to have to be like really careful, because I say there was a Ep29 around here, and it seriously freaked me out, because I thought I was going to end up in one of those barriers and get fried. So that was extremely lucky. Right, so I need this makes it all the more harder now, because I need a female, because the idea is obviously I want to be able to breed my own sheep, and then I can, well, they're called Ovis really, but I want to be able to breed my own, and then that way I've got mutton on demand. But they're definitely going to be, I mean, it's a small environment, and I mean it could be anyway, because I mean obviously we're up here, and there was a one right down on the other side of the blue beacon. Fortunately, I haven't had any problems from... I don't know why I keep remembering what the name is. It's a Managama. I keep coming up with all sorts of strange names to try and say what they're called, but it's a Managama. I think I've called them a Magnamar and all sorts, but yeah, it's a Managama. At least I think that's how you pronounce it, anyway. So at this stage, I'm trying to avoid them as well as the blooming Ep29, because they're just a pain in the neck. Both of them. I mean, there's plenty of these deer around. But The Ovis just... yeah. It's just one of those dinos that's very short-lived, and for good reason, I suppose, because the mutton's a real game changer. I mean, you can pretty much, like, forget about kibble. Ooh, is that one down there? Ooh. Oh no, it's a deer. Oh, it's a male. No, 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 I need a female. I mean, there's a 50-50 chance. Oh, drat. Ooh, are you... hang on a minute, are you, don't think it was, get your feathers out the way. I don't think it's, made boosted. No, it's not. So that means there's no female close by. Oh well. I'm just going to keep searching around. I mean, we're halfway there, so I'll bring you back once I find one. Well, I'm still looking for a female Ovis. I mean, I've come across about 4 in total so far, including the one I tamed. But they've all been males, but I thought I'd bring you over to here because while I was just I mean, I'm basically just going round and round having a look to see what I can find, but right here, so that's 32.787.6. There's quite a lot of Argentavis around here. Seems to be quite a concentration there. So it might be a good area to go looking for an Argentavis if you want one. I'm just surprised to see so many. I mean, one thing I've noticed is quite a lot of these Megaloceros and what have you, they seem to have kind of like strayed outside of that biome. So maybe the Ovises it's possible they could stray out as well, like. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely an interesting area if you're looking for an Argy. But anyway, back to my search for a female Ovis. Ah, finally! So what are you, a level 42? You'll do. You'll definitely do. Right, so I suppose I could theoretically just do that, but unfortunately there was a direwolf down there. I was like, okay. I'm gonna have to like swoop in there and pick her up. Oh, Struth, what the heck? What's that, bloomin' Managama? Not what I need. Definitely not what I need. God. Right, let's get you back to the taming pen. Because once I've got this one tamed, I think I'll take them back to the city. So I've got one in the cryopod, but I'll tame this one up, and then we'll just fly it back to the city. I wouldn't care, the amount of mutton you get off these things is just crazy. I mean, I think at some point Agnes was getting like a warning. I had like a little, it's like a black, you know, you can see how you've got like the symbol of for your weight. It's like a bit of like a, you know, weight symbol there. You were getting I was getting a black one. Kept popping up every now and again. She had so much room taken up by mutton. I think that was what it was. It just wasn't enough. Like, it's like a warning maybe that you haven't got enough slots left. Right. So, right. How many do you need? Here. Oh, Struth, went all that trouble making about 30, and I've only needed 2. I think I just totally forgot, because I mean the last time I was using these things was on Ragnarok and they were just so plentiful. Right, come on, out here. Come on. Come on. Actually I better go over here because Agnes was running out of slots. I tried to tame up some, tried to cook some mutton. That's not too bad. Right, you stay put. Right, you, come here. Right, you can keep an eye on these for me. I'll give you those back as well. So there we go. So that disguise is so good, I've no idea. I think I need to be heading in that direction. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, I need to head in that direction, the southwesterly direction. Right, so I'm going to take these back to base then. And I'll bring you back once I'm back. So there you go. We've now got our mutton on demand. So I've got my male and female Ovis, so hitched up to the hitching post there, so I can get them breeding. I'll leave a couple of Ovis around in the base, so then I can come back and get them if I need be. But the good thing about this particular map is because of the cryopods, what I can do is I could actually have a couple of cryopods with me, put a couple of Ovis in there, and then when I go out and say tame like a high level T-Rex for instance, I could basically just starve it out and then pop the Ovis out and there's my mutton. I won't have to go looking for any Ovis at all. It's just there straight in my inventory. I mean, to be honest, the method I used was like pretty much overkill, but I haven't touched dire bears in a long time. I mean, not since the actual island. But they've got that unique ability of being able to harvest honey, so I thought I'd go back down that strategy before again rather. Yeah, I mean it was kind of like overkill as well. I mean, not just getting the dire bear, but because I went for like a high level 168, but because there's just so many low level ones, the weightings, I don't know what it is with the weightings at the moment, but for some reason I do struggle to find like high level dinos. So at the moment I'm pretty much anything above like 162 seems to be what I'm like settling for. And I just saw this one, I just automatically decided to tame it. So I could have saved myself some time and just gotten a lower level one. It would have served exactly the same, you know, method as well. I mean, you know, just going out there, I mean, just as good. But I think I also got a bit confused when I tamed her, because when I got her Freya, I was convinced that she was knocked out. So I went up to her, and obviously something happened. I think she must have got hit by Freya, and I just panicked because in my head I was convinced she'd been knocked out. So I'm thinking, oh no, I'm going to have to sort of like knock her out. I'm going to have to basically wake her up, knock her out again after healing her, and go through the whole process again. But she wasn't knocked out at all, obviously, because she ran away. And the only time the taming effectiveness goes down is if you'll knock them out, you give them some food, and if they run out of food while they're still unconscious and haven't been like tamed up, then the taming effectiveness goes down. And it also is if you've got them knocked out and they get hit by something, so that's either maybe you hit them, your dino hits them, some other wild dinos hit them. If they take any damage while they're knocked out, the taming effectiveness will go down. Now in my case, Freya probably hit her while she was awake anyway, so really didn't do anything except to her health, so didn't really mind. But it was good fun. I quite enjoyed going out there and tanking a dire bear off the back of a Thylacoleo. I really like these Thylacoleos. They just make things a lot easier, way easier than they used to be. So yeah, so it's just a case of go get yourself a dire bear and then you can go and get your honey. Now, to be fair, what I could have done is I didn't really need that actually that much honey anyway, because each of those they only took like 1 cake, so that's about 4 honey in total. So for these, I mean my taming settings are turned up quite a bit, so you probably need more on an official server. But what I could have done is I could have just literally either grappled up to one of those beehives, or I could have getting some climbing picks. So as long as I've got like the ghillie armor and the bug repellent, I should have been fairly okay. Worst case, I would have had to run away at some point, but I would have been able to just get enough on my own. So to be honest, I didn't really need a dire bear to do it. It was just a case of, well, you know, the dire bear was given that feature to be able to gather honey. So I thought, well, why not? I'll give that a go again, see, because it's a while since I've done it. But I spent quite a lot of time building that ramp system. I mean, and then I spent like I think about 3/4 of an hour because of the cooldowns, like a 15-minute cooldown. So you're probably better off just like, you know, groveling up or using the climbing picks, get it yourself, go and find another one using your owl, and just keep rinse and repeat until you've got enough. I think that's probably the best way if you just want to save yourself the time. But I mean, anyway, I've got my Ovis now, and I've got my mutton as and when I need it, so that's a good thing. One thing I have noticed, mind, actually, is that this particular Ovis here, I brought this back in a cryopod. I popped it out and it had no wool on it whatsoever. Now this one, on the other hand, I brought this one back. It had all its wool. I brought it back with the RG, and I was kind of surprised because this one had all of its wool, whereas the other one didn't. I'm thinking, what's going on here? So I've put her into a cryopod, popped her out, and sure enough, she lost all her wool. So I'll just show you what I mean. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I think it's the only, maybe it's the only dino that gets affected by this, because it's a dino that you actually shear to get wool. But I'll pop her back out. So she's in a cryopod now. She had a bit of wool on her. Now that I've popped her out, she's just got none whatsoever. It's all gone. So that's an interesting thing, animation to put in. Like, you know, well, not so much an animation, an interesting thing to add to the cryopod system. I mean, it might make sense where you shave it off. I don't know why it doesn't affect anything else. I mean, there's other. I mean, like, that's got fur. You know, Freya's got fur, so I don't know why they wouldn't have shaved that off, but whatever. The other thing I've noticed, and that was when I popped Freya out of a cryopod, she had a cooldown on our mating interval, and I've noticed it's the same with this one as well. So there's like, this one's got like roughly about 30 minutes before it can be made. You can use it to breed. So that's something to kind of like bear in mind. I mean, up to now, I've sometimes been using a mating interval of 0 on this system because I just want to breed things and just breed them fast. So the idea is you breed the two dinos together, they'll produce their offspring, and then they'll start mating straight away. Normally I think it's like 36 hours. So what I've been doing is I've been setting it to 0 so that they mate straight away. But that was causing me a bit of problems, so I've set it back to like the lowest level you can get, which is 0.01, which is about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So it saves me a bit of time anyway, specifically because I play the game and then once I'm done, I finish, turn everything off. In which case that's it, it pauses, the game pauses, and that mating interval then carries on where it was at. Whereas if you're on an official server, you know, give it a couple of days and you'd be done. So that's another interesting thing they've added in for cryopods, something to bear in mind anyway, because whatever my interval is set at, it has no effect on that by the looks of it. So yeah, so that's definitely interesting. But anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video now. I mean, the only thing left, I'd say, is where we're going next, and the plan is I still need to find the other types of kibble. So I've got some aloes over at the desert base. I want to go and get some low-level T-Rexes next. Then hopefully I should then be able to get some other types of augmented kibble. But I'll do those off camera. I'll just go out and tank them with Freya. I mean, it's nothing wonderful. I'm just going to pretty much do what I did with the Diabird, just shoot them off the back of a Thylacoleo, chase after them, and then I'll just give them some mutton to tame them up. Pop them in a cryopod, and I'll bring them back to the desert base. But in terms of what I'll be doing on camera, I mean, I think what I'll do next is go after the Managamas. I don't want to move into the tech gear quite yet, because I'm just looking at the saddle for the Managama. Now that's level 66, so I don't want to get into the... I want to be able to do that before I move on to getting tech gear, so that'll be things like the tech armor, tech rifles and what have you. Then I'll move into things like the mech. You can actually build these mechs. It's an engram you can actually get. You can get better ones, I think, from the loot drops, if I understand correctly. And in terms of loot drops, I think that's what I'll probably focus on after the Managama. So I'm probably looking for things like the yellow orbital supply drops and the 25k veins. For those, I'll probably go out with Freya and some of the Velonosaurs, because I've had problems if I use. Can I get in there? No, I need to get in there. Please let me get in there. I need to. I've had trouble taking the Velonosaurs out because they tend to get. They were getting a bit scattered, and Verna, riding around on Verna over there. I mean, let's see what. She's got pretty high stamina, but she was running out of stamina too easily. Yeah, she's got over 5k stamina. Yet her stamina when I was using her to attack, it wasn't lasting that long. And what I've found lately is that the alt-click attack, it hardly has any effect on anything. I mean, I've been ramping up her melee. Our melee damage is over 500 now, which has hardly had any damage at all if I use that alt attack, where it kind of like spins around, if you will, and starts like sending like a big AOE attack out. That it's hardly doing any damage at all, and that was pretty much ideal for things like the orbital supply drops, because once the shield goes, everything piles in. But without that, it's pretty much makes the Velonosaur not that good, because they're really bad up. I'm finding close up attacks, they don't hand out very much damage. Great for range, poor for close up damage. So I think what I'm going to do is probably take Freya out. We'll do one edge and work our way back over across, to the centre, then out to the other edge. And at that other edge, I'll have the Velonosaurs just sitting there on neutral to tackle anything that comes at them. Because the problem I found on the vein was when I was just there with Freya. One of the problems I had was she was harvesting things so quickly that I had to keep emptying out our inventory regularly. But the other problem was because it was just us two, there would be things either attacking the centre or the other side, while I was busy trying to deal with one side. So I just couldn't keep up with all the dinos coming at us. So I want something to cover the other side, just to try and keep as many nodes up as possible. As I say, it'll be different from the orbital supply drops, because you're pretty much, as long as the shield's there, you've got to kill things on the outsides. Those Velonosaurs won't touch them. Like you can't shoot outside of the shield. It's more for a case of once the shield goes, then I want something to start doing the damage. So yeah, I think that's the plan anyway. So I'd say unless plans change, the next thing's pretty much just going to be the Managama. So I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If so, then do please leave a like, because that will help me out a great deal. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content, then do subscribe. And just remember to click the little bell icon, that way you'll get notifications for when the new content comes out. And if you've got any comments or suggestions about the video, or if you want to see anything particularly on the channel, yeah, do please leave a comment in the comment section below. But until the next video, thanks very much for watching. Bye!